Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Short Attention Span webinar. This week we're going to talk about things to do when it starts to slow down. So Kelly, the end of this month we've got June 30th on a Monday. The Friday of that week is the 4th of July. So if we put that on an activity scale, it would kind of, go off pretty quickly, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I hate to make assumptions, but you got to figure people are going to take the 4th off. People can maybe take the half the 3rd off. Monday they might be doing some stuff, but as the end of the week goes on, you're not going to have a lot of activity. So you want to do the best you can to set up appointments and keep things busy, but we wanted to give you some ideas of what else to do. Now, first thing on the list we've got is to check in on clients. That's kind of a no-brainer, right? Mm-hmm. Calling ahead of time the week before, when are you leaving? What time do you have off? Can we get together? Maybe we do an account review. So that's easy. The second one we've got is called, we put down, make calls on the warm lead pool. Tell me, what's in the warm lead pool?
Well, these are customers that you've been calling on and have just, for whatever reason, never clicked. Like they're not customers, but you want them to be customers. You've made contact, so they know who you are. There's some recognition there, and they're either in that, I'm happy with my current vendor, and so you haven't been able to overcome that, but you want to maintain that connection. So it's a great time to say, hey, look, it's the holidays, but I'm working. Like I still want to keep this going. So it's a great time to reach back out to people like that.
Yeah, and maybe you put them through your 4-week process. You've built up that here I am, and you want to put those aside for times like this, just making one more call, one more email. Our next thought is to put together a promotional video, and I love this idea. I think I wrote about this on a blog recently or something. I don't know. We create so much content, you forget which output device we used. But what we're talking about is something that would be maybe a PowerPoint presentation where you're doing a voiceover. Maybe this is a case study. Maybe this is an introduction to who you are. Something like that. And you put it together, you put together a 3 or 4 slide PowerPoint. There's a little button up there that you hit record, you record your voice, and then you upload it to YouTube, and you're left with a link. Now, what am I going to do with that link, Kelly?
Email it to anybody that you want to see it, basically. I mean, it's a great introductory tool. I mean, there are so many things you can do with it, but I really think that this is the future. I mean, imagine you're not getting people on the phone. They may or may not be responding to email, but if you sent them an email with a link to a video and it was dynamic and it was exciting, and you even say something like, and if you call me now, I'll take you on a virtual tour of the shop or something like that. Sure. I mean, our devices are very powerful. I mean, your smartphone has a video camera, so you can do this very kind of DIY, you can do it yourself. Mm-hmm. And it's, talk about a differentiator. I don't think there's very many people doing this right now. I think it's a great, great idea.
Yeah, and that's the time to make it. So, part of the reason why we're telling you this stuff a couple of weeks ahead of time is that you can start thinking about what should go on that list of to-dos. I got to tell you, I'm very efficient. I go bam, 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 bam when things are busy. When things slow down, I just can't get it in gear. I mean, I might as well just slip into a coma for 2 weeks. It's awful. I hate it. You end the day saying, I did nothing today. I mean, I'm updated on Facebook, which is awesome, but I did nothing today, right? So, one of the points that you want to do is to get organized. So starting now, start making a list of those things that, they're, as Stephen Covey would say, neither urgent nor important. But what a good time to do it. I'm going to learn more about my computer software. Or I'm going to organize my desk physically. I'm going to get out some Windex and clean it. I'm going to rethink.
Or I'm going to go back through all the quotes I didn't get.
Yeah.
And sift through those and see if there's any follow-up that needs to happen or anything that can be resurrected there. I mean, there are so many things. Like you said, they're not urgent or important, but they're way worth doing, and you should be doing them rather than sitting on Facebook or something like that.
And you've got, there's something else too. You've got your inbox in your email. How many times do you go back and find an email you never responded to? You opened it, you started to read it, then something else came up. there's a pearl or two in that list of email accounts, those that in that inbox. Strongly suggest that you jump on it, go back and review, and then see what you forgot to do. And then finally, make a list of prospects. Wouldn't it be great to have an advance of 20 or 30 prospects and take it as far as you want? Get the names together. Maybe you want to do some research on it, whatever. But that's a great way to, it's a great time to get ahead of the game, right? A couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, 10, 20, whatever prospects, whatever names you can. Great use of time. Think of what you can do that when it gets busy again, you'll look back on and you'll say, boy, that was, I'm really glad I did it then because now I don't have time. All right. So anyway, good stuff. Anything else we thought of that we talked about earlier, Kelly, that we missed?
Well, I'm just going to put a little tiny plug in for social media. I think if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. If you're not actively working in LinkedIn, get in there. Get your profile up to date. Get some action in some groups going. I think there's a common belief now that of all of the social media tools available to them in the B2B community, other than having a blog, it's LinkedIn and Twitter are by far the best uses of your time. So I would say get in there and get dirty a little bit.
Woo! All right, There you go. You heard it from Kelly. Kelly, thanks very much. Great job.
Thank you, Bill.
We will talk to you on another short attention span webinar.